It looks like EA Sports is not done with patches for 2019. They're going to continue to patch the game. We're expected to get a patch for April. Now, with some of the things that are going on, we all know that Madden 19 has been about the cross routes. It's all about the large tiles OT and some crossing routes. What EA has decided to do, allegedly, is fix that situation and also tone down the spin moves. Let's talk about why that can make the game even more unplayable right after this. All right, we are back, and like I said, this is the situation of what's going on. We're going to jump into a solo as we talk about what's happening, but I'm just going to point some things out about what Madden 19 has been all about. It's been about the deep route chemistry, okay? And it's also been about the fact that you had to make sure that you had a player with a lot of spin move. It looks like EA Sports is trying to destroy that old... I don't know what they're doing, but that's what the rumor is. That's what everybody is saying. That's what's coming out. They're going to be nerfing the spin move. They're going to be, pretty much making the zones play the deep crossers and, things of that nature. Okay, what do I expect to happen, though? Because this is usually what goes on. Whenever a big patch like this happens, it alters the way that everybody else plays. So the reason that I point this out is I recently tried, putting secure pass blocker on all my players, seeing what they do. In all honesty, it's really no difference. It really just isn't a difference with the way that they've been blocking. For the most part, I've been getting sacked instantly a lot more. So I can't really, it's like weird. I can't figure out if it's because of me actually putting the secure pass blocker chem on, or if it's just that my team sometimes plays well, and then sometimes they just don't. Like, the game is very inconsistent. So I bring all of this up because if I decide to change this now, I won't know with the new patch what's actually happening. I will point out, though, this guy without Gunslinger is pretty scary. So that's something that, I'm probably trying to figure, what am I going to do with this? So let me just give him Gunslinger back. Now, remember, if you have Michael Vick and you've been using Gunslinger, you may notice that the ball is thrown directly into the back of your linemen's heads. That's like the best way to get it done, bro. Like, in all honesty, it just turns me on every time. When I had Michael Vick, he was just throwing the ball directly into a lineman's neck. It was pretty ill. I think I had identify on this idiot right here. All right, so look, this is what the point is, right? We're going to leave everybody else with secure pass blocker, except for this guy, which doesn't make sense, but I already paid for it with this guy. So, whatever. Like, he's just going to be the one to get it because obviously he's my blind side. He should be the guy that actually has it, but we're not going to give it to him because, to be honest, he doesn't even move. He just stands there regardless. When he had, bro, in my games I was playing, I was usually getting insta-sacked from the left side anyway. So that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to leave everybody else with it. But you know what? I don't think... No, we're gonna take it off of Grunk. Because what does Grunk don't really got no special moves anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about it, it might make sense for us to just, because how often do I block Grunk? And then he also whiffed on the block anyway. Like, he just runs away from things that are going on. It doesn't matter. We'll give him back Energizer because honestly, it wasn't that much of a difference for what my players were doing on the field. So in my opinion, it's better for us to not even indulge with what EA Sports is doing and much rather just try to see if our players will play a certain way without the chemistry on them, which is how we figured out, certain things didn't work early on. Situational pass rush or stuff like that. We were able to figure out that it didn't work early on just because, I tried it with him on it and I, pretty much took it off and then he was playing better. So we figured out what was going on. While we jump into this right here, I'm gonna be doing my daily draft challenge solo, which all of you guys should be doing. You better be getting those picks, bro, because these tokens right here, it's going to help you to, probably put together a set for one of the top draft picks, which on the draft night may be going for a decent amount. So I want to make sure that I keep letting you guys know, get these solos done. Don't play around with it. It's one solo a day. You get your free token, and then April 23rd comes, slap it in a set. If you get lucky, you get lucky. If you don't, you don't. And we move on, bro. We put our head down and walk away because EA had their way with us again. And that's it. All right? But now that we've discussed all of those certain things in the beginning of the video, I was talking about, the red chems and stuff like that. In addition to talking about the patch, the reason why I bring that stuff up is because it changes everything. So look now, if they literally patch if they patch zones, say for instance, right, you play a, say you play a, what do they have there? They have those cloud flats. Say you play a cloud in a cover 3, right? And now they're saying that it stays with the crosser. If they fix that zone, something else is going to be exploitable, right? Because it doesn't make any logical sense to believe that they'll fix everything that's necessary to be fixed. And it's not that I'm trying to say, oh, bro, it's not possible. It's not so much that as the fact that they've shown that it probably isn't possible to do anything without breaking something else, just over over past patches. I'm being very objective about it. I have yet to see a patch that hasn't created something else that makes the game just wild and savage-like, right? So look, just think about it like this, right? Some of you guys may be saying, should you start to go after those players with specific traits like player rec, the higher zones, all those things like that? This is what I'm going to tell you right now. The way the game is right now, I kind of doubt that they will be able to do what's needed to make it, to like fix those type of things. I do believe that they've done things to the cover 3 that has helped the game, because earlier in the year there were too many one-play touchdowns. Like, they were instant touchdowns. Like some things where you're like, yo, what's going on? Bro, what's that right there? There were some really, really wild things that were going on within the game. And the zones did start to react a lot better. But what happened? We started to play a lot of guys that would just run stock cover 3, completely lock up the whole field, rush one person, and sack us instantly. Now, you might say, bro, we talking about getting sacked instantly with one-man rushing. That don't make no sense. You're someone that hasn't played online if you're saying that, because if you've played online, you've seen pretty much everything. You've seen cover 4 drop. You've seen 3-3-5 normal when the guy slides the guy up. Like, you've seen everything, because all of these kids watch whatever they think a pro player is doing and they come out and run it. Some very badly. Some even buy ebooks that are not even in their native language and just buy it just to buy it, because, to be honest, with the way that they've made Madden, it's very, very easy to play for everyone. Even if you have no idea what you're doing, it's still very, very easy to play. What do I mean by that? You could say that it's necessary to understand, certain schemes a little bit more than others to provide a skill gap. But when all else fails, when you throw the ball in the air in quadruple coverage and you hold the Y button, you're probably going to catch it more often than not. And that's what the big knock on the game is. So that's why I wanted to bring that up now. The aggressive catch. I haven't really heard much about it. It's rumored that they're supposed to be toning that down too. A lot of these things just seem way too good to be true, to be honest. That's why I don't want to really, be like, oh, yo, bro, it's about to happen. If it does, I'm always the first to apologize. You see what I'm saying? I'm always the first to apologize, because it took me a while to understand that this game is really, really designed for maximum rage. I didn't really understand it at first. I was like, yo, why every time I play this game, I want to just jump on somebody and just start going wild? You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, all right, that guy just threw the ball through my body. Maybe that's what's initiating the anger response. You see what I'm saying? And you start to kind of understand what EA is doing. But then again, do we really ever understand what EA... You see stuff like that? Like, do we really ever understand what EA is doing? Because those are the type of plays. And look, remember, somebody tweeted me something with OBJ catching the ball directly through somebody's body, right? And, pretty much when I looked at it, it reminded me of Madden 16, but it kind of shocked me that these type of animations weren't really that... It wasn't happening like that at launch. You see what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing? Like, what's this? Why is he doing that? You see what I'm saying? Like, look, why isn't he playing any defense? He's not... Look, he just puts... Did his arm go through his body? What does he do there? Oh, no, it stays on top. That's pretty good. They didn't make... He's four finger... Where does his arm go? It just disappeared. Hold up. What? I just want to see what's going on. Like, I'm really interested in... Okay, it went through him. Where's his arm? Hold on. Okay, it just disappeared. Okay, so it does go back. Oh, so he... Okay, that's good. Did it... That's actually real. I thought that his arm would go through. Usually the... Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, that's what's happening. There it goes. So pretty much what he's doing is he's doing an exercise where he's ripping this man's pulmonary organs out, but he's going to get up and keep going. Now, remember, this is what I want to point out to you guys. When you think that I'm joking about it, I am, but it's serious, though, at the same time. because this is the reason why a lot of the stuff in the game is going to happen regardless. So it doesn't really matter how good the patch is. At some point, an animation like this is going to make one of your eyeballs individually turn bloodshot red. And you're going to be saying to yourself, is this something that I want to be doing? You're going to log out, and then the next day you're going to log back in. And then that's how it just keeps repeating itself. Most of you guys will understand. Some of you guys get fed up with it and just continue, you just leave like, all right, I'm done with this. I can't do this no more. But I don't know what move this is, because he shouldn't be able to breathe nor continue to run afterwards. So I'm very, very excited. Like I said, when I look at, is this arm coming out to the other end? No, it's just stuck in him. It's not a through and through. It's not like a bullet that goes through and through. It's just right there. All right, so that's fine. I'm literally tilting my head like, okay, let me see if we can work this, because this is real good, real player motion right here. Like this right here is something that I appreciate. I kind of like this a lot. I'm really enjoying that happens. So now that we pretty much understand exactly what I'm trying to explain, right? Say you go into a game. Say all of these things are patched. Say EA absolutely patches the crossers, that's dead. All those things happen, right? There always has to be a way for people to score fast. It's Madden. There's always a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah. Instead of just letting me pick it right away, they got to do that animation. Nice play. So what would be the new play? Because in all honesty, you can't run by someone in the game. What do I mean by that? When you go into a game and a guy's pressing you in cover 4 drop, try throwing the deep streak. No matter how far in front your player gets, just try to throw the deep streak. The deep blue will end up in front of you by the time you throw it deep. Now, you're going to probably say to me, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to say to you, you're absolutely right, it doesn't. But that doesn't matter to EA Sports. That is going to still be an issue with the game, even with the new patch. So more than likely, what's going to happen is this. Let me just point it out to you. The route combinations of having a deep crosser, a hitch route, and an underneath drag is going to still be unstoppable. Because remember, they still have several tournaments that are left that these players are going to be playing in. So they're going to have different type of gimmicks that work. Remember, coaching adjustments, the ability to be able to aggressive pass rush, and a lot of different things of that nature. That is a very, very serious, defect. Because I consider it a defect in the game. It doesn't really work as intended, and they don't know what to do with it because they can't remove it from the game while it's actively going on, so it just has to stay there. With that being said, how are they going to adjust that? There are a lot of things that can go on with this patch. And like I said, I don't want to be too optimistic about it, because if I end up being too optimistic about it, EA is going to take me from behind. And they've already done that so much, bro. Like, I have nothing left. Like, it's down to the red meat. Like, I'm like Tigger from the basement, if you guys remember that story. Like, it's down to the white meat. Like, what EA has done to me. So I have to find a way at this point to understand that some way, somehow, even if they nerf the spin move, the truck's going to be back. You see what I'm saying? If the spin move is still OP, then, they're going to fumble more. They're going to be able to run an aggressive the entire game and never get caught for holding. It's something about it. But in all honesty, we're going to still be able to do whatever we want. That's what the point is. It's just the fact that we're going to have to figure out what works, as usual. And more than likely, Bunch will still be the safe haven. Bunch will still be that defense that you go to when all the chips are on the table, bro. Like, you're going to go to that offense and everything is going to be all right. So it should be coming sometime throughout the week, probably the latest next week. And then we're going to talk about it when that actually happens, all right? So I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. My insight in it, don't start selling any of your cards. Hold on to everything. Don't change any red chems. Just leave everything alone. And let's see how it actually progresses, and then we'll take it from there. I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at GmiasWorld, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Also, remember, get all these player tokens, these draft pick player tokens that you possibly can, because on April 23rd, you're going to need every single one of them. Trust me when I tell you. Until next time, one love.